And we stopped at downtown in Louisbourg, parked the bus, and let them go to the gift shops and what have you. And these people were from all over the place. They were from Ontario, more than there is now, because they were traveling by train in here.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, okay, yeah. Back
You know?
in the 60s, yeah.
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 So Louisbourg is dead.
Hmm.
And it's not right.
And do you think the
You know,
fortress...
because you know, this is what happened to Louisbourg. Because when they go out now, those buses are parked way the hell up in the woods. They don't bother stopping anywhere else when they go home. Directly back to the boat, and that's that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they have time enough. Instead of arsing around the fortress all day, they could drop off a load in Louisbourg for an hour or half hour.
Yeah,
Might be a big help.
Yeah, I think if they would stay,
Yeah.
have prior to staying in
You know,
town.
I remember there was gift. Bagnall's had a gift shop down there, and there were different ones along the main drag.
Yeah.
And we used to stop there, and I'd sit in the bus. Some of them would get off, some of them wouldn't. Nobody said a word. Nobody complained.
Yeah.
They were getting to see something else or talk to different people, you know.
See what the town was
So
like.
they enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But they took that away from it.
Yeah.
And they took it away from Louisbourg.
Hmm.
And it's not right. It was a terrible situation. Because the fortress is really no damn good to Louisbourg, with the exception of a few people that worked there.
Yeah.
They got a lot of work there when they were building it and so on.
Yeah.
But if you were to go there today, I bet you'd be surprised how many people from Louisbourg are working in there.
Yeah, I'm not sure now.
I'd like to know that. I'd like to find that out. I'd be very surprised.
Yeah. Yeah. So where would you get gas? Would you go to Gavroche to get gas, or?
Yeah, there was a pump in Gavroche.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was also one in Gavroche Lake at that time.
Oh, okay. Really?
And there was one in Forshue.
Yeah.
And there was one in Farmboys.
Yeah.
You know,
so those places up.
there was a general store in Farmboys, a co-op store. There was 2 or 3 stores in Forshue, and there was any amount in Gavroche, you know.
So when the road was shut down, all these
And that disappeared.
Okay, and the people who lived there too. I guess
You know, the people are still living in Forshue and Farmboys, and they have to make a living, and they can't get out of their place unless they go on the gas up 2 or 3 days in St. Peter's.
So the people who ran those gas stations, when they realized there was no more business there,
It's gone.
They left also.
Yeah,
So it didn't just
in long ago.
So it didn't just affect Deep Cove. It affected these people too who had businesses.
The ones from Deep Cove, well, they would go to either Louisbourg or Gavroche.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't get gas in Louisbourg either.
No, yeah, they're all gone now. All the gas stations are gone in Louisbourg.
Can't get gas.
It was one time for a gas station in Louisbourg.
So that and then, like everything else they do, the government, the good jobs down in Louisbourg, I'd be willing to bet most of them went to somebody that was outside of Louisbourg.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody in an administrative position in Louisbourg.
Yeah.
I mean, that fortress was going. I was driving people out there when there was just the one building. And we were busy at that. I remember we had to go all the way up Kennington Cove Road and come in from the back.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't get through the gate. The buses were a little too wide. There was a lot of places you'd have a hard time getting in.
So were the government people that came around to tell people?
I never seen any of them.
Okay, no government people came around
I
to
never
explain
seen
things.
them. I don't know. They probably seen them, you know, and they were like, I heard different stories, you know, they were ignorant bastards, like a lot of them are.
Yeah. Come
in and, you know, start preaching about, you know, how well off you would be with all this stuff. There was an old farmer up in Upper Grand Myra. His name was Archie McCacher, and I'll never forget him. A fella came there one time. We were shipping milk at that time. We had got shipping milk. And the goddamn inspectors were down every time you turn around, you know. And he'd go in the barn and he'd go around, you know. The barns were did for years and years. Nobody died.
Yeah.
We used to put the milk in the coolers and put it in the well. Or, you know, we'd find a way to deal with a separator and all that stuff. He came into this old McCaughern fellow, he said, well, you know, Mr. McCaughern, he said, Cape Breton is really just the dumping grounds for the mainland. I certainly believe you're right, says McCaughern, and I wouldn't be surprised that's why they dumped you here. So that's what, and everything died on the west side of Louisbourg.
Yeah, West Louisbourg was. Yep. Everyone was moved.
Louisbourg died. I mean, I can't believe it. You know, I can remember when we first started that bus business, Louisbourg, and I was involved in it from day one with Mrs. Harris, and she was a wonderful lady, and it was cruel. You know, take people out there and ride them by, and then send them up to Charlotte Street to buy stuff. Yeah.
Especially if you lived there that many years, it does sound cruel to be doing that. So.
Jeez, I sat there, lots of people came out and they never complained about the service, you know.
So how many people did you know? I guess you knew a lot of people in West Louisbourg too, did you?
Pardon me?
Did you know a lot of people in West Louisbourg also?
Oh,
West
yes,
Louisbourg?
yes. I knew all the Baldwins.
Baldwins, okay. Yeah.
There
were Kennedys.
And as a matter of fact, I had a relative up there as well.
Okay.
My mother's aunt was married to old Michael Pope.
Oh,
he had a store at the corner there.
His house was moved down to town.
And young Michael took it over, or he was old then.
Okay.
And after he died.
Okay. Right.
That was right up at the corner, going up to.
They had a store there in West Louisbourg.
They had a big general store there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a Fleur-de-Lis corner place. It was a corner store like the
Fleur-de-Lis. Well, that was places. There was. I forget what was called Fleur-de-Lis. There was something down there.
Maybe I made a mistake. Yeah, maybe.
Restaurants or something, you know. Well, the restaurants are dead there now.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
you know,
pretty much.
And you know, there was a lot of people in Louisbourg then. They were going over at Havenside and all that. You know, about a big. But they never mentioned Louisbourg in the brochures.
Just the fortress. Yeah.
That I can see, you know.
Yeah.
They just talk about the fortress.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the fortress will turn things around by having this road reinstated now.
Well, you know, I'm sure that if you went up through Foreshore and Farmboys, I'd be surprised if you didn't fill a petition with names up there.
Yes, yeah.
Now, I don't know if anybody's ever done it, but I know that, you know, there was, Foreshore, there was one, two, there was at least 3 stores in Foreshore. They had a co-op store in Farmboys. They had another co-op store in Louisdale. That stuff is all closed now.
So as soon as the road was closed.
In Lordways,
that's shut down.